Hey coaches, welcome. I forgot what day we're on. Sorry, today 10 of the new coach boot camp. So our topic today is going to be about getting plugged into the network, as in the Beachbody network, and also push partners. So the first topic that I wanted to talk about was getting plugged into the network. This one is so important because if you don't get plugged into the network, you're going to feel lost, you're going to feel disconnected, you're going to feel confused, you're going to get more frustrated, you're going to feel like you're doing this all by yourself and there's no one out there that would understand or be able to help you or relate to what you're going through. You're going to be held back if you don't get plugged into the network. You're not going to be able to grow your business as quickly. You're going to probably feel stuck when you're in certain situations, and you don't really know, how to respond to messages or, what specifically to do. So I say all that not to discourage you, but I'm saying it to encourage you to get plugged into the network. And what I'm going to do is just go through a few different ways of how you guys can do that. And I want you to make sure that you are doing all of them. I don't want you to feel overwhelmed. This is actually going to be a pretty easy topic and a pretty easy thing for you to do. But you're going to be able to tell the difference of being plugged in versus not plugged in. And I can look at the team and tell you who's plugged in versus who's not plugged in. People that are plugged in are super excited. They're making friends on the team. They're listening to all the coach calls on their own. They are just going out and doing all of these things on their own. They're just kind of figuring it out as they go. But it's because they're plugged into the network, so they're getting encouraged from all of these different ways. And that's what it really is all about, is getting encouragement and ideas and, accountability in many different ways. So the first one is you want to make sure you get a push partner. I'm going to talk about that towards the end of this video after I'm done talking about getting plugged into the network. But I just want to tell you why having a push partner is so important. The first time you get paired up with a push partner, let me explain what it is. Sorry. A push partner is basically someone in this business that isn't your upline coach, but it's someone that you're going to be talking with, kind of like an accountability partner or a business partner, whatever you want to call it. Amy Evans is my push partner. She was not my original push partner. Your original push partner may or may not work out, but what we try to do when we're thinking about assigning push partners to people is we want to match people together that have stuff in common. So, people that I think of that make good push partners would be like, maybe someone that's a mom, they have kids that are a little bit older, they have similar beliefs and similar faith, and they have similar goals in this business. Trisha and Shannon, for example, were two people that I've paired up to be push partners before going into this training because they were both came in, they're ready to run, they're ready to do it, and they really do have a lot in common. So that's kind of something that you want to think about when you're thinking about what would make a good match for a push partner. And I'm telling all of you that because once you have coaches of your own, you're going to want to know these things to assign them push partners. And like I said, your first push partner might not always be the best fit. And, you don't have to worry about trying to pair yourself up with someone. Me or Amy, whoever is your sponsoring coach, we're going to help you do that. So we just need to know kind of what your goals are, and then we can go on it based on that. And we will be reaching out to you as well to help you get paired up with a push partner. Now, like I told you guys, Amy was not my first push partner. My first push partner was an amazing person, but after time, we just had different goals in the business and it just didn't work out. So Amy and I kind of paired each other up with each other, and then we got this whole idea to make Team Fit and Faithful together, so we did. But I can't tell you how huge of a thing this is. I was going to talk about this at the end of the video, but I might as well just talk about it now. Seriously, y'all, before there is a period of several months where I didn't have a push partner because mine just kind of fell off the face of the planet and wasn't doing the business anymore. No offense to her, but that's just what happened. So during those few months, I felt lost. I felt like I had no one to talk to, no one that would understand what I was going through, no one to, shoot ideas to, like, hey, what do you think of this? Is this crazy? No one to kind of like help me with my vision and my goals, and, just no one there to help push me and no one there to encourage me. It was a rough few months. And then Amy and I came together, And, we were both part of the same team before we broke off and made our own team, but she's not one of my personally sponsored coaches. I'm not one of her personally sponsored coaches. We were just in the same team. And we knew that we worked well together. So one day we were just texting and we decided to do it. And I cannot tell you how well we work together. I mean, we have similarities, but we both have differences. So we kind of balance each other out. And if it wasn't for Amy, I wouldn't have been able to make this team by myself. Like, there's no way. She has been such a huge help to me, and we just sit there and we encourage each other, we give each other ideas. And two is always better than one because two different people are always going to have different ideas and different opinions. So that's really what you want in this business. You don't want to do everything on your own because you won't be having feedback from other people. You won't have someone there to encourage you and push you. And, when Amy and I first became push partners, we would talk once a week. Like, we would set up like a little Skype or phone call or whatever we did. I can't remember. But now we pretty much talk every day. And you guys don't have to do that. But I do encourage you, once you have your push partner, to be checking in at least once a week. Share your goals with one another. Help each other out with what you're doing. Share successes with one another. Share your failures with one another. You're going to be able to help each other out through this process. So like I said, send your goals to your sponsoring coach, and we're going to help you get matched up with someone. It's going to really propel your business forward. If I would have never if Amy and I would have never done this together, I think I honestly was at the point where I was going to quit. I'm just being real with you guys because I felt stuck. So it's really going to change your whole entire business. My business blew up after Amy and I paired up. So that's the first way you can get plugged into the network, your push partner. The second thing you want to do is make sure, I know we always talk about listening to the national wake-up calls every week, but you want to make sure that you are listening to them. We have a huge community of people, you guys, and we all need to feel a part of it. You can listen to the recording online. You can do it on your cell phone. You can listen to it live. It's every Monday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. If you go into your online office, there's always going to be the link where you click on it to dial in. If you can't dial in live, like I said, listen online, listen to the recording. I know that Amy has an app on her phone where you can listen to podcasts, and she listens to it while she's in her car. So you want to make sure that you are plugging into that every single week. I don't always get to listen on Mondays because, sometimes other things are going on. But I do make it a point to listen every single week because the people that are on the national coach calls, they're going to be, the people that are the top coaches in this company. And they're taking their time out to give us tips for our businesses. And I cannot tell you how many coach calls I've been on that have given me major, major light bulb moments that I've been able to implement to my business, and it's made a complete difference. Like the national coach call this week was on how to run challenge groups. Hello, that's exactly what we all needed right now so that we could make the best challenge groups possible. But you want to make sure that you get plugged into those. The next thing that I want you guys to do, the third thing, is I want you to stalk all the top leaders of this company. Think of people like Lindsay Matway, Scotty Hobbs, Melanie Mitro, who else is there? Allie Upham, Mindy Winder. All you have to do is just go into the online office, and I believe you go to Success, and then you can see the leaderboard, who's on the leaderboard. And the reason why I want you to follow these people is because you're going to get great ideas from seeing things that they post, and it's going to give you ideas that you can implement to your own business. For example, I follow Allie Upham and Mindy Winder on Instagram, and I just love seeing what they post, and I've gotten so many great ideas from what they're posting about. One of the things that I learned from following them was they do like posts like about their apprenticeship program that they start out, which is basically, when we have new coaches come into the business and how they advertise for it. How I do it now, I got my ideas from them. And then I saw on Mindy Winder's Instagram one time how she like puts up a picture, like a before and after picture of herself, and it's called like a virtual challenge, and she kind of like explains it and tells people to leave their email below. I started doing that. I was able to get challengers from doing that post on Instagram that came in with challenge packs. So I want you to stalk these people and look at what they're doing because they're successful. And you want to make sure that your newsfeed is full of happy, positive Beachbody coaches and other people so that you don't get sucked into all the negativity in your newsfeed, and you're going to get great ideas from them. The other thing that I want you to do is make sure that you're getting plugged into the challenge groups. Make sure that all of your coaches are engaged in their challenge groups. As you guys know, we're making a lot of changes to how we're running the challenge groups. All that information is going to be in the Dropbox in the How to Lead a Challenge Group folder. But make sure that your coaches and that you guys first and foremost are getting your workouts in, because if we're not being a product of the product, I don't think we can be a successful coach. That's the first most important thing that you have to do to be successful as a coach, is make sure you're getting your workouts in and being a product of the product. The fifth thing that I want you guys to start doing is to just look in the webinar and call archive in the online office. Let me pull it up real quick because I can't remember exactly where it is. I'm always just so used to just clicking on it. There are so many great calls that are in there that you can go back and listen to. The old national coach calls. There's all other kinds of just resources in there. If you go to news and training, you click on the news and training tab on the top. Let's see. And then you click on, hang on. Whoops, sorry. Then you click on events, and then you click on webinars/conference calls. And then there's a tab that says webinar and call archive. So there's so many great things that you guys can go back there and listen to. Like I said, there's so many light bulb moments on these calls. They're really, really great. And then the last way that you can get plugged in is by following Danny Johnson and Eric Worre on social media. Go onto their websites, sign up for their free email list. You're going to get free videos from them every day. They have lots of great resources on their website. There's things that you can pay for. There's things that are free. But Danny Johnson was the one person that I learned so much from. When I went to her conference, First Steps to Success, in January of this year, it changed absolutely everything for me. If I wouldn't have gone to that conference, I don't think I would have been able to succeed in this business. I mean, I had no confidence in myself. I was scared to talk to people. I had no idea how I was going to do this. And then I went to Danny Johnson. I came back, and everything just blew up. So I'm not saying you have to go to those conferences. I mean, definitely go if you feel like that's what you need for your business, because you have to make sure that every other thing in your life is straightened out before you can really succeed in your business. And then Eric Worre was the conference that I just went to. We're going to be reading Go Pro together. His stuff is absolutely epic. If I would have had Danny Johnson and Eric Worre when I first became a coach, I would have been able to take off in a pretty quick amount of time. This stuff is absolutely epic and amazing. So make sure that you go follow Danny Johnson and go follow Eric Worre and get plugged into their stuff. So what this is going to do, guys, is it's really going to help you feel like you can be independent, that you're on your own. You're going to have this fire lit in your belly that's going to make you super duper excited for this business. As your sponsor, of course, I want to be here for you. I will always be here for you to help you. But once you're feeling confident and independent on your own, you're going to be able to just blow up your business. And these are the ways that will help you to be able to feel that confidence, feel that fire in your belly, and help you really feel like you're connected and part of a community, because Beachbody is an amazing community. So let me just do a quick review. I know this video is long, but 1, make sure you're getting your push partner. 2, get plugged into the national coach call every week. 3, make sure you're going to stock those top leaders. 4, make sure you're getting your workouts in and plugged into the challenge groups. 5, make sure you're going in and looking at the webinar and call archive in the online office. And 6, make sure you are getting plugged into stuff like Danny Johnson and Eric Worre, because it will change your life and your business. If you guys have any questions, feel free to let me know, and have a great day. Bye.